Alright guys, welcome to another video. In today's video we're gonna react to PGF Nuke on why he dropped out of high school and also secrets to his YouTube views and stuff like that. So let's get into this video, man. I like PGF Nuke, man. He's a good rapper, man. Let's get straight into this video.
Speaking of school, how far did you get with your education?
So like freshman, 8th grade,
Check.
freshman year.
Alright, we good.
I went to high school. I went to high school, but I never went to high school. Like anybody who knew me from high school, they'd be lying if they said they knew me like the back of their hand, cause I never went. I was like they'd call my name for attendance. I was like signed into a high school, but I never went. Never wanted to go. It just wasn't fitting me.
Care to share the name of this high school that you did sign into?
What that motherfucker? Ace Tech Career High School. It's on 55th and State. So yeah.
So you signed in. Did you at least do a day, a couple
Yeah,
days,
I did
a week?
a couple days, like my first couple of days in that bitch. I did like the first couple weeks in that, like just trying to get a feel for it. But that shit wasn't like built for me. I ain't never. My mama nice as hell to me, so I ain't never grew up with a person telling me what I had to do. You know, like when I get to school, it's everybody in that bitch want to tell you what to do. Like you can't tell me to get off my phone, like all that extra. That's type of shit. I just didn't like how you was being forced in school. Like I felt like you could relate school to jail. You know, in a way.
You explained your reason for dropping out.
Not necessarily, but I dropped out. I did, but like I dropped out because another thing, my first song blew up. Like it did 600K. So my reaction was I was finna be famous and rap. Like that just how I wanted to run with that so bad. It was fuck school and everything. I ain't even trying to have none of that. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to be famous. I'm trying to be rich. I'm finna get the fuck on. You feel me? So that's what I did with it. I just ran with it.
And what is the title of that song you're referencing here?
It's called Hinduse.
And is that song still available publicly? People want to listen to that right now.
It's gonna say 2 years ago. I've been rapping for 2 years.
So let's get a little bit more specific. This song that reached 600K, was that created right before you signed in to that high school, or was that after you signed in?
It was created. I was in high school when I made the song. You feel me? So that's what
What
made
is
me really
PGF
want to
Nuke,
start
man?
going.
What is
Like I felt like I was getting famous and shit. Like when I started going to high school and they was singing my songs and shit. You feel me? Like I fucked it with it, but I ain't want to go to school every day with these people and I'm gonna be recorded and extra shit. Like I ain't want to deal with that. You feel me? So I just didn't really want to go to school.
What was your parents' reaction at that time?
My mama always been. She was big on letting her kids like experience life for themselves. You feel me? She'll tell you, she'll give you advice, but at the same time, like if you go out there and make the wrong choice, then that's on you. That's the type of parent she was. So her reaction to me not necessarily going to school wasn't like no bad reaction. She just like, you better know what you're doing, then. Like, that's what it was.
Now,
Damn.
did you let her know, or did she find out on her own some sort of way that you had, in fact, dropped out?
I told her I was not going to school no more. Came home, told her I ain't going. She said I ain't have to go. It was there. She woke me up like, is you going today or do you want to go today?
Yeah, mom said, you have to? Damn, that's
She asked me. My mama ain't never made me go to school, but grammar school. But when I got older, she started to see like I can make money and shit like that. She started respecting me more as a young man. So like at the same time, especially me not having no father figure, like I was gonna do what I wanted to do anyway, even if my mama was gonna tell me not to do it or not. You feel me? So she wasn't finna try to argue with me and fight with me about it. She was like, all right, you do what you do. I'm not. We gonna stay on good terms. That's how my mama. She always wanted to be on good terms with her kids. She ain't gave a fuck what you did. She just wanted to be loved.
Back then, when you were just starting high school, and this song that you've already referenced reaches 600K, Did it reach 600K right then and there, or did that take some time to become 600K?
It took a little time, but it ain't take that long type shit, you know, like it was going up. So it took like 2, maybe 3 months for it to get 600K, but I was seeing a lot of hype about going to school and it being my first song, first video. I was already like kind of Facebook famous for like making like freestyles on. I was posting my recording myself and post it. So people already knew like I was gonna rap. They were just waiting on me to drop my first time real official video, and I did, and it shot up a little bit.
So when you're referencing 600K, are you referring to YouTube specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And care to share your screen name on Facebook?
My what name?
Your screen name on Facebook.
PGF no. Everything the same.
Back then, when you reached 600K, what was the secret? How'd you do that?
I ain't see then I ain't even know. I ain't know like to be honest, my secret was this what my secret was. I was posting like I was Facebook famous, you feel me? So like, I was Facebook famous for freestyling. So me doing that, I knew like when I did actually drop the video, it was gonna do some type of numbers. I just ain't know it was gonna do damn near 1,000,000. You feel me? So I'm like, this gonna be my first song. I wanna see 10K, 50K. You feel me? Like cause I was seeing them type of numbers on my Facebook. So I'm thinking that shit gonna transition into my YouTube. Which it did, but it multiplied it by like 100, you feel me? So that's what the sauce was. It was really like trying to transition my fans into to another platform where I potentially can get paid from.
Damn.
Even though you dropped out, did you get a GED?
I ain't used no pen and piece of paper in years. To be honest with you, like I ain't. Nah, school just wasn't for me. No GED, no none of that.
Damn.
Now, looking back at how everything played out, was dropping out the right decision? Or do you wish you could have finished high school or got a GED?
Yeah, I think you should go.
I feel like life go how it go, you know? So, with how I went, that's how I supposed to went. I ain't supposed to went to school.
Now, if you feel like you've answered these next set of questions already, then you can skip it or add on to it. And if not, feel free to provide an answer. But what did that entire experience teach you? What did you learn from that? Education up until 8th grade, freshman in high school, and it stops.
Shit, main thing it taught me that you don't necessarily need school. On some real shit though, like. And another thing it taught me that school ain't gonna teach you everything. Like, I done learned some shit from people I've been around. It taught me shit way better than what school done ever taught me. You know, school don't teach you real life situations. School put you in real life situations. That's what it necessarily do. You know, they ain't teaching you about how you supposed to treat people and shit like that. They just teach you 1 + 1 and shit. Like, come on now.
If you could turn back the hands of time, would you have done anything different with your education?
Yeah, I wanted to experience school famous. I did, but I didn't. When I first started off, I didn't. But now, seeing how getting used to having fans and people who look up to you, and I've been at it for a little while now, so I got comfortable with it. You know, like I started understanding. I started like, damn, I should have went to school.
I can't lie to you guys. I can't lie, man. I know I said him. I mean, like, I saw PGF Nuke. Like, damn, I was shocked that I mean, he became so big. I saw him. I know. I don't say I found him like from the beginning, but I saw him like when he had like, I don't say like a few subscribers, but I saw him when he had like not that much subscribers. But I don't say a few subscribers, but man, like he grown. Like I don't know, man. Like the videos he be making, man. Like people like it, I guess. Yeah, man. But he's a good artist, man. Good artist, man. I like his
Cracking.
music.
But at the same time, I feel like life goes how it goes for a reason.
You never got a chance to experience homecoming or prom or things of that nature?
I went to somebody else's homecoming, but but my own shit. I went to my homie shit. Man. My homie But I ain't never had no homecoming or nothing like that.
What
Damn.
about prom?
No proms, none of that.
Do you wish you would have or don't care?
I don't really care for it.
What do you wish you knew before you dropped out of high school, if anything?
But I wish I knew before I dropped out of high school.
Yeah, is there something you look back and say, man, I wish somebody would have told me that before I made that decision to drop out? And if not, that's okay too.
Nah,
Just
ain't nobody. I ain't really like no. To be honest, around them times, there wasn't no real good advisors around me. Like I got a lot of good people with a lot of good mindsets around me now. You know. But back then, there wasn't that many people. I was around my little brothers and shit, so ain't nobody was really telling me shit.
what do you want people watching this interview to know about high school dropouts?
I want them to accept us like as if we went to school. Feel me? Like, don't be criticizing or try to throw shade at a motherfucker because he ain't finished high school and you did, because you can't throw shade at me because I got more money than you. And you went to high school.
Yo, I like yo. I can lie. I like that, bro. I like that, bro. Yo.
That's why we trying to tell people like, the money ain't even the real thing, but that's just the simple. Like if I got more money than you and I didn't go to school and you did, then who really was slow? That's what I say. Because at the end of the day, life ain't about school. It's about surviving, eating, living how you want to live, you know.
Now, circumstances could be different for everyone. But generally speaking, let's say somebody's watching this interview right now and they've just dropped out of high school themselves. Anything you would say to them?
If you finna drop out, make sure you got a plan. Make sure you got a reason, you know, like don't just drop out because, to be honest, school might necessarily be what it is for you. School might be your $1 million ticket. For other niggas out here who doing other shit, school, you might want to drop out, you feel me? Because it might put you in a position where you be rich one day. So that's all I got to say. Like, just make sure you have a plan, know what you finna do before you just start making decisions. And make sure you ask for advice if you get stuck on your mindset. You feel me? If you stuck on if you want to go or not, go get some advice.
Can't lie. I like that. I like that, man. I like PGF dude, man. He's very, very talented, man. He just grew out of nowhere, you know, like, yeah, very, very talented, guys. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.